is an exciting day to us. We're going to a growers meeting at our local food co-op, and we're going to talk about possibly supplying them with produce either in a barter system where we'll just get store credits and we can use that to buy all the produce that we can't grow, or that we can possibly get paid if we're set up the right way. So we'll talk to them about how we need to be set up, and we can make an income which would also use either just to pay for farm life, because homestead life isn't cheap, but also pay for food that we can't grow on the homestead ourselves, so things like dairy and nuts and grains. So very exciting prospect. This would mean that we wouldn't be able to do the CSA style boxes that we wanted to do, so it's going to be either or, but this could possibly work out beautifully for us, so we'll keep you posted on how the meeting went. But really exciting. So we've had some good news after our meeting today. It looks like that we will be able to supply our excess produce to our local community food hub. They stock all organic local produce, and even though we're not certified organic because we farm organically, we'll be able to sell our produce to them to sell on to their customers, which is really awesome for us. But I've also got a little bit of bad news. We've come home, Paul went to feed the lambs, and the girl lamb that Paul's named Pepper and I've named Shadow looks like she's got Abomasal Bloat, which is a bloat that occurs in hand-reared lambs, usually because the butterfat content of powdered milk is too high, and it coats their tummy and they can't absorb nutrients, and the first sign of this is bloat. Reading on the vet's website says that 75 to 100% of lambs with this condition will die, which doesn't give us great hope. The joys of homesteading, hey? So we're going to do what the vet recommends on this website, and that's to give her as much bicarb that will dissolve in 10 mils of water, and 2 tablespoons of ginger, because that can help mild bloat. Now this is the first we've noticed it, and she was fed before we left, so hopefully this is mild, the beginning, whatever. We're giving her some anti-bloat medication, and we're going to give her some probiotics, because it is an accumulation of bad bacteria in the gut that's causing this. You can give penicillin. I don't have penicillin, so I'm going to do a little bit more research and see if I can use the antibiotic that I have as a intramuscular injection rather than an oral dose. I'm not sure if it's going to help by doing that, and I don't want to ruin her gut health any more than it already is. So I'm going to do a little bit more research on that one, but for now we're going to treat it with the bicarb, the ginger, and the anti-bloat medication, and hope for the best, because prognosis doesn't sound great at the moment. Yeah, so this is the lamb. It's a little bit dark. You can see she's a little bit distended on this side here. Hopefully we've got it early enough that we can treat her. It's got ginger in it, so it might taste a little bit better. And now the probiotics and anti-bloat medication. She's not looking too great, which really sucks. I was really hoping she would survive and be a friendly little ewe. Hopefully this can help her. It's been a hard week. It's been a pretty quiet day on the meal front too. Just being busy with chores and animals and meetings and stuff like that. So I'll give you a quick rundown for what we ate today. For breakfast we had eggs. For lunch I made pumpkin muffins, so pumpkins that I grew last season, and I used the other ingredients from the pantry, apart from the eggs, which obviously were homegrown as well. And and I also put passion fruit in it from the freezer. So I've used up all my stores of passion fruit now. Also, when we came back from the meeting, I made the kids a chia pudding with ingredients from the pantry. That was nothing in there that was homegrown, but it's basically chia seeds, some Rapadura sugar, passion fruit, and coconut milk. So I've got 1 can of coconut milk left in the pantry to get us through. And then for dinner, I was going to cook. I was going to make a chickpea soup with carrots and some of the Chinese broccoli from the garden, but I decided that with everything that's been going on, I'll use the one frozen meal I have in my freezer, and that was a beef stroganoff that I made a couple of months ago, and I made a big batch of it and I froze the excess because who doesn't love opening up the freezer and having a ready-made meal there. So we're going to eat that for dinner tonight, with a few homegrown ingredients in it that was put in there when I made it. Yeah, so that was a really simple day on the food front for us. Tomorrow hopefully will be a little bit more exciting. See you then, guys. Bye. How was Pepper or Shadow?
I don't know about Shadow because it was dark, but Pepper was doing fine. She came up to me, sniffed around for a drink, and then one of the other ewes walked off, so she followed her. But yeah, I think the belly was looking a little bit smaller, and she was definitely more lively because she was up and walking around and chasing the other lamb, so I think it was on the road to improvement.